Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Paige. It is nice to meet you. Today is Fun Fact Friday, where I talk about a chronic illness, disability, disease, or treatment like today. And today we are talking about the pros and the cons of cortisone injections. If you enjoy this video, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any topics that you would like me to talk about on my Fun Fact Fridays, please leave them in the comment section below. Cortisone injections are a shot or injection that you receive in a joint, and it can help reduce pain and inflammation in that area. The cortisone medication is often injected after a local anesthetic, usually lidocaine. Now, while these sound wonderful in theory, there are many cons to the cortisone injections that can be lifelong. So let's get into the pros and the cons and kind of weigh it out. I would like to remind you guys that I am not a doctor. I do not have any kind of medical degree. So you should definitely take your advice from a medical professional. This is my opinion on cortisone injections. I am someone who has received cortisone injections. I have received them in my neck facet joints, my facet joints right next to my hips, and in my SI joints, and once in my ankle. So I have received my fair share of cortisone injections, and I know what it feels like and what it feels like to have to weigh out the pros and the cons. The most common uses for cortisone injections are to treat arthritis and back pain. It can also help with tendinitis. As for these cons that I'm referring to, the chances of experiencing these negative side effects increase with the amount of shots that you get, how long you get them for, repeated use, Some of these negative side effects include nerve damage, death of the bone that's near that joint, cartilage damage, or infection of the injected joint. And while it's meant to treat pain and arthritis, it can make those things worse if you have a bad reaction. It can raise your blood sugar, and it can thin out your soft tissue, which that is the part that scares me because I already have issues with my tissues. I have a lot of soft tissue damage. So when I get these, I am always thinking, I really hope that this does not make anything worse, because that's a possibility. And because of all of these negative side effects that increase with the amount of times that you get the shots, there is a limit on the number of shots that you can get. My doctors don't let me get it more than 3 to 4 times a year, and I used to get them that often, but I switched to prolotherapy for a while, and I did a whole video on prolotherapy if you want to learn about those kinds of injections. But there was a time where I was getting cortisone injections 3 to 4 times a year. When you receive cortisone injections, you do experience a flare-up of pain in that area for about 2 days. So you have to plan them for a day when you can really be resting for the next 2 days. And while these can last several months, that has never been my personal experience. They have never lasted several months for me. For me, they've lasted at most, well, at the least amount of time that it helped for was about 2 weeks. That was it. And then I had to wait months. But the most that I got out of it was about a month and a half. It wasn't quite 2 months, but that was the longest amount of time that I had relief for. When you are weighing out your pros and cons, it is really important to decide, is it really worth it for me to go through with this? I know all the risks, I know it can happen, but I know that it can relieve some pain. Am I in that much pain? Is this worth it for me, in my personal opinion? And usually my answer is yes. Give me the medication, because I am in so much pain, and if they're offering it to me, then I'm going to take it. Like, if that's the only thing that they have to offer me, then that's the only option that I have, except for just sticking with what I'm already doing. So, but that's my little ramble about my own choices. There are a lot of people in my family who have said no to cortisone injections because they know that it can cause long-term issues. And with me, the doctors were kind of nervous to start me with these because I was so young when I started. But cortisone injections have helped me a few times. They have hurt me a few times. They have their ups, they have their downs, but overall, they are a great medical treatment. They are a great option for people who are suffering with pain. If it can help you, then it might as well try. And always weigh out your options with your doctor, because they know a lot more than you do, even though I know you know yourself more than your doctor, but your doctor knows more about the injections than you do. So definitely hear them out, take their advice, but in the end, you do what you think is right for you and fight for whatever treatment you think that you deserve. That is all for this video about cortisone injections. I hope that you learned a little something today. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the little bell button so that you are notified every time that I upload. And please leave a comment down below what your experience or opinion is on cortisone injections and any other topics that you would like me to cover on Fun Fact Friday. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.